Hey guys, it's Miss Delitto. We're going to take a look today at drawing tape diagrams to represent equations. So in the past, we've drawn tape diagrams to represent a story, we've matched equations to tape diagrams, and now we're actually going to draw them. So let's take a look. Our first equation, 114, is equal to 3x plus 18. We know that this entire tape diagram is going to represent 114. Now, if we look at the equation, we know that 114, our total, is made up of 3x plus 18. So 3 x's and 18. So I'm going to draw 3 boxes that have x in it. This is my 3x. And then I'm going to add a box that represents 18. So now I'm showing that 3 x's, or 3x, plus 18 is equal to 114. We can use any method to find the value of x in this equation above, but the one we're going to look at for right now is, since we know this entire tape diagram represents 114, and ultimately my goal is to know what the value of x is, I know that I can take 18 away from 114 to get 96. This tells me without this piece of the tape diagram, this piece represents 96. The piece that represents 96 is split into 3 groups, so I can do 96 divided by 3, which is equal to 32. And that tells me that x in this scenario is equal to 32. We can check this. 32 plus 32 plus 32 plus 18 should be equal to 114, and in this case it is, so we know we're good. The next equation is a little bit different, and although we've used the same numbers, it's not going to look the same. So we have 114 is equal to 3 times the quantity of y plus 18. So what this tells me is I 3 times have y plus 18, or I can think of this as I have 3 groups of y plus 18. So this means 3 groups of y plus 18. So since I know 3 groups of y plus 18 is equal to 114, we know our total always goes here to represent the entire tape diagram. And I'm going to split this into 3 groups of y plus 18. And now I can use the diagram to help me find the value of y. So in this case, there's a couple different approaches I can take. And the first one that I'm going to look at is, since I know this whole tape diagram represents 114, I know that it's split into 3 groups, so I can divide by 3. 114 divided by 3 is 38. This tells me that each of these groups is 38. So this group is 38, and this group is 38, and this group is 38. So this means that y plus 18 has to be 38, and I can think to myself, what plus 18 is 38? And if I'm not sure, I can use subtraction to help me. 38 minus 18 is equal to 20. So this tells me y is equal to 20. I can also think of this as having a group of y, 1, 2, 3 groups of y, and 3 groups of 18. 3 groups of 18, or 3 times 18, is 54. If I want to get rid of those groups of 18 to have only my 3 groups of y remaining, I can subtract 54 from the total of 114 to get 60. Now that I have my 3 groups of y remaining, I can do 60 divided by 3 to find that each group of y represents 20, or y is equal to 20. So we have 2 different ways of coming to that value of y, but both get us to the same place. The last thing we'll take a look at is, how can we now write an equation to represent a tape diagram? So in this example, we know our total is 46. So this whole tape diagram represents 46. And part of it is 26, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. So one equation that I can write for this is 46 is equal to 26 combined with or added to 4x. We can also think of this as 46 minus 26 is equal to 4x. Because if this whole thing represents 46 and I take away 26, I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. We can also think of this as 46 minus 4x equals 26. So the whole thing represents 46. If I take away 4 of those x's, I'm left with 26. How many more equations can you think of for this one? Hopefully this helps a little bit. We will continue to talk about tape diagrams in class this week. But come see me with any questions. Have a good night.